No maharama, welcome to ORA Bay Chat. Today, Friday. Yep, it is Friday. Towards the end of August, not far now to go until spring next week. Welcome, Jax.
Maranga mai te iwi, ko Jackson Ruben Swinton tōku ingoa. Kia ora, Brad.
Kia ora, bro. Hey, we got a short show today. We're going to rip into our junior rugby finals right across the rohe. We had Eastern Bay had their finals last week. And we got some cool photographs that we've borrowed from the Eastern Bay JAB Facebook page. So kia ora to the person that runs that page, but awesome to see these photos of these our tamariki having a good time at the Eastern Bay finals last week.
Yeah, it's always good to see, when the kids get out there, they're a big part of our game. And it inspires me as a rep, when you're getting involved with youth rugby.
Yeah, I just want to do a big shout out to the Eastern Bay JAB committee for all the hard mahi they do, that they did to not only pulling this day together, because they do a massive finals day out of Whakatane Rugby Park, but also all the hard mahi they do through the year to get the competition off the ground. I know from a previous role, getting volunteers to sit on these committees is not an easy job. So hats off to the committee for pulling it all together. So Eastern Bay finals were last weekend, and coming up tomorrow we've got some finals being played across Central and Western Bay. So first game off the ranks tomorrow, the Central Bay under-11 finals between Whakarewarewa Reds and Otuiti under-11s. That's at Westport Fields, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Jax, you've got a referee appointment?
The referee appointed to that game is Anuru Maki.
Kia ora. And then Western Bay don't have under-11, so we hop into the under-12s grade. The under-12s Central Bay final, Whakarewarewa under-12 Black, taking on Waikite under-12s. That's at 10:20 at Board Park.
Yeah, Mark Cook is the referee for that fixture.
And Whakarewarewa.
The Western Bay under-12s.
The next game. Who's doing the Whakarewarewa game?
Conrad Whistle.
There we go. Lucky the referees know where they're going in. And the Rangatawa are hosting Papamoa under-12s, the blue team, at Te Ariki Park, 9:45 tomorrow. And the referee for that one is Mark Cookie. Moving on, the under-13 finals in Central Bay. Waikite under-13s are taking on Marison Mike Saints under-13s. That's at Board Park at 11:40 a.m. and the referee for that one is
Young Collier.
And Mount Maunganui College tomorrow morning, the Mount Maunganui Marlins are hosting Rangatawa under-13s, and the referee for that one?
Young but mature
Arthur Rico. Couple. So good luck to all of those teams taking part in those junior finals. Make sure you give your coaches and managers a big thank you, because they were the ones that got you all around the parks this year. And a hats off to the Western Bay, Central Bay junior committees for all the hard mahi that you fellas have done over the year. It's not easy corralling all of these chickens into the pen, but you fellas have done a fantastic job of getting our junior competitions to the pointy end of the year.
Segue from that, Pat, we also need to acknowledge Peter Morgan, who's our junior referee appointments manager. So, and Reece Suriata over there in Central Bay. Thank you guys for the work that you do in helping our games be appointed with official.
Awesome work. So good luck to all of those people tomorrow, and enjoy. All right, let's kick it along. We're into the Northern Regions program. Still got our Ngāwha and Toa travelling around across the north, the park together. So both teams were in Hamilton last week. The Bay of Plenty Ngāwha too strong for the New Zealand Harlequins development, 44 points to 42. And the under 19s?
The under 19s, Waikato 66, too strong for our tour team, which we're on 36. I mean, it's a big score there.
Yeah. Waikato do well in the under 19 space. So, well done last week for the Ngāwha. Hard luck tour. Come back tomorrow. Moving on to your fellas' games tomorrow. Both teams are at home, both playing Murray Salt Stadium in Te Puke. The Ngāwha hosting the Steelers development. That game is at 2:30 p.m. And the 19s, the tour, they're hosting counties under 19s at 12:30. Both games are being played at Murray Salt Stadium. All right, moving along now. We're going to have a quick preview or results of the Volcanics from last week. And ladies had a real tough day at the office at Eden Park. Scored 30 points. Unfortunately, couldn't stem Auckland's try-scoring machine, who managed to put on 104 points, so 104 to 30. The girls are really battling hard at the moment to find their footing. But, they scored 30 points, picked up another bonus point along the way. So they're now on 2 points off the bottom of the table. And here you can see some of the photographs. Watch the game. They really worked hard. When they got the ball in hand, they looked really good. Good to see our girls Poe and Nat running hard with the ball. And Kokakoraki, she's just doing the damage. Great to see Taylor Kingy get a run out there.
I suppose if you put this in context, Pat, like the score was massive there, 104. No one ever wants to see that. But as we were talking about this morning out in the office here, we were talking about that Ryan has a plan. You look at the geographical space that Auckland gets to choose from, and here, and you compare the competitions that Auckland be running for years, and we've only got a small, we put it into context, competition going on here. I think if time's probably the thing that's going to be in their favour if the team stays together, they get the gel together, and then hopefully in a year or so, because it's quite a short window when they come together, and we expected them to just go bang.
Yeah. And the other thing too, of course, is they've got a bye this weekend, so the girls have got a chance to regroup. It's funny, I stalked the Ponsonby Rugby Facebook page because my son plays for that club, and I see the Ponsonby women are running a program right now for their under 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s, and 15s girls. And I just think it's a pretty cool initiative that the Ponsonby women's team, who were Auckland Premier Champs this year, but they knocked over Marist. In fact, Ponsonby Club knocked over Marist in all three grades, Premier Men, Premier Women, and their under 21s team to win all three championships. But to see their women's team running a program, a development program for their girls coming through their grades, I thought, what a really cool initiative.
Yeah, that's great.
So Rabs, if we can chuck that slide up, we'll talk about Kenyon Paul. She was another outstanding player last week in the Volcanics. So she got player of the match. So fantastic stuff for Kenyon. Well done.
Kenyon, number 9.
Yep. Good little halfback. Always got her bub in her hands when she's having photographs taken. So really cool.
She comes from a touch background, Kenyon.
Of course. Yeah, of course she does. As I said, the Volcanics have got a bye this weekend, so the girls will be regrouping, and Ryan will be working on a plan because it doesn't get any easier. Next weekend, we're talking about the Volcanics playing Waikato at Whakatane Rugby Park. So, anyway, let's kick on the Steamers. We talked about their 2 games last week. Tonight, the lads are on the bus as we speak, heading to Auckland, take on North Harbour. It's a 7:10 kickoff tonight at North Harbour Stadium. We'll just have a look at the team list that was announced. It's a pretty standard team list. Josh, Kurt, we welcome back Kurt. Eklund, our captain, Bene Kumuro on the front rows. Naitor's having a rest. So Jai Knight gets another opportunity to start with Semesi Paya. Loose forward trio hasn't changed. Jacob Norris, Viveni Lasanga, who's currently leading the Dwayne Monkley medal, and Nicola Broughton. Backline, Juddy with Trusky moving to second 5. The list there has got Leroy, Seamus, Fihi, Amoni, and Cole. That's the team that's listed. I think there might be an injury change. I'm not 100% sure. I won't announce it here, but I thought I heard one of those players copped a little nibble yesterday. I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see what happens at 7 o'clock tonight. But the reserves bench, we welcome back both Leroy and Amoni Narawa. great to have our All Blacks back with Tavita on the bench. So yeah. Felipe, Kieran Harris gets a chance. Young fella, played for Te Puke Sports, come up from the South Island. Joe Johnson, Charlie Sinton, Lucas on the bench with Tamito Armstrong. So good team there. Those Auckland NPC teams, North Harbour, Counties and Auckland, they're all struggling at the moment. But that's a good side. You know, Mark Talia, he's no slouch at the ball. Sione Mafaleo on the other side. So there's a good North Harbour side coming out tonight at 7 o'clock. And they'll be itching for their first one of the day. So this is not going to be an easy game.
No, it's not going to be an easy game. Waddy and the team will be wanting to get a win to get the boys back on track. But in saying that, going to North Harbour, playing North Harbour there, they'll be out to make sure they topple or try and topple the previous teams.
And earlier this week, I had a chance to sit down with Naitor and just have a bit of a chat to him about all things rugby, and here's what he had to say. Naitor, can you share with us what first inspired you to get involved with rugby, and what's kept you motivated to keep pushing forward?
I think like everyone that's grown up here, you want to play rugby. My parents got me into rugby when I was young. I think I started playing when I was 4. And I'm a big competitor, so I think that was the driving force. And obviously, like many young kids growing up here, I want to be an All Black. That's still a dream for me, so that still keeps me going, driving for that goal. But yeah, I just grew up doing it, and I love it. And if it wasn't my job, I'd still be playing, you know, club rugby and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's basically it.
Every player faces challenges along the way. What's been your toughest moment in your rugby journey so far?
I had a 9-month concussion. That was probably the longest standing injury. That took me out for a bit. That took me out of the first time I got to the Bay. I was injured the whole season, so I didn't play that season. But I think injuries have definitely... I've been really lucky, actually. But now I've just done some random stuff to my knee and my wrist. But bar that, I've been pretty lucky injury-wise. But besides that 9-month concussion, there's been a lot of off-field dramas with things and that, which a lot of people go through, which is, I guess, is life. But I think probably that 9-month concussion, which was pretty annoying,
Coming out of that 9-month concussion, Dave, what were the biggest lessons that you learned?
A concussion is really weird because some days you're here, some days you're here, and you're physically able, but you're not mentally able. And so that's a really, really weird one. Whereas like if you did your knee, you'd know, oh, this hurts, so I'm not ready yet. But I'm like, I feel physically ready. I want to go, but my head's not really there. And I think being patient was probably the main takeaway, and trusting the process, being patient, and understanding that it's just time, and you got to just sort of be where your feet are and accept that when you're ready, you're ready. Yeah.
Looking forward now, with your contribution to Bay Rugby, what do you see your personal goals with this organisation while you're here with us?
For the team, well, first and foremost, I want to win. Like the final last year, I've been a part of 6 finals, Super and NPC finals. And I've lost them all, and I'm like the reverse of Michael Jordan, really, basically. But the final last year against Wellington, out of all the finals, that one's probably broken me the most. And we'd like done so well to get there. 100-minute final. I'm originally from Wellington, so I thought the stars had aligned and we were going to go back to Wellington and do something, and we were going to ride. And you know, I had this big old image in my head, but it didn't turn out that way. So first and foremost, I want to win, and second, I want to inspire. Like the crowds we had last year, Canterbury game, that was a semi-final last year. The amount of people that came, it was as close to like school rugby, which is the most enjoyable rugby I feel that I've ever gotten to. And that beats playing overseas, that beats playing for the Chiefs. Like that was unreal. And I remember talking to a lot of people who were helping out. I think it might have been you. They just let people in, because there were so many people coming in. So I want to inspire, and I think last year we did that sort of stuff. and it's pretty cool to talk to people who are young and they're like, we want to be a steamer. I think that's cool, and this is a region that I love playing for. I'm obviously not originally from here, and so coming here and talking to a lot of locals who love steamers is honestly second to none. So it's awesome. Yeah.
One last question. Outside of rugby, what's some of your personal interests or passions that keep you balanced and grounded?
Yeah. So I guess the main one is 2 kids. So I've got 2 kids. They live in Wellington with their mum, Regan and Riley, twins. They're 5 years old. Being a family man has always kept me, I guess, level-headed in terms of understanding that rugby is rugby. It's not the be-all and end-all. They don't care whether you win or lose. They just care where daddy's home, really. And fishing and diving. So me and my counterpart, the captain of the steamers, Kurt, we've got a little baitman and rodding thing going on, which is a fishing, diving, outdoors sort of channel. So that keeps us pretty busy, our field. But those are probably the 2 main things, apart from drinking. The 3rd one? Yeah, those 3. I'd say those 3. Family, fishing and diving, and a few red wines. Yeah. Can I say that?
You can say that. Nigel Arcoy, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Cheers, bro. Easy.
Yeah, it was a great catch up with Nigel. Very honest, very authentic. Good luck good luck for tonight. Jax, just before we wind up, you got a few things you want to mention?
Yeah, so we've got a few referees that are out refereeing. One doing his first class appointment. He's got a Heartland fixture, which is young, still young. We forget that he's still only 19. Sean Curra here, local Mount Point, has his first game tomorrow afternoon up in Te Aroha.
Thames Valley?
Yeah, Thames Valley. Sort of.
Go well, Sean?
Yeah, go well, Sean. And the other one that's refereeing tomorrow afternoon up in Northland, we've got Nick Hogan, who'll be doing Northland versus Hawke's Bay up in Whangarei. So those are our 2 guys that are out there representing our club. Also around us, you would have seen in the office, is mayhem going on everywhere. We've had Rugby by the Beach happening over at Papamore College here, which Peter Morgan's over there taking care of the referees. And we're all getting ready. You can see the staff and the activators outside. They're getting ready for Ames games. And as you know, you probably orchestrated how we run things in terms of the template. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love Ames games. It's the biggest show on earth. It's just insane. I think this year record team entries is 12,000 athletes. Yeah. Flocking into Tauranga this weekend. Yes. They're bringing 10,000 mums and dads, so there won't be a spare bed in the house.
Yeah, it's good for Tauranga. It brings revenue to the economy, but I also to plan ahead because the traffic's going to be crazy, and just be mindful that there's going to be different sorts of drivers out there. We don't want to turn into Auckland with these horns. But just everyone get to their destination safely. And if you're doing nothing out there, everybody in the Bakeland, you want to come over and watch all kinds of sport.
Yeah, there's 24 different sports across Tauranga region for Ames games. It is just insane. So yeah, football, rugby sevens, rip rugby, netball, hockey,
cross country,
orienteering, mountain biking, kayaking, every single sport you could possibly imagine. It's on the Ames Games hit list. So
I reckon chess is coming soon.
Yeah. So Kelly at the Ames Games Trust, good luck for next week, my friend. I'll be watching from the sidelines, going home at 4 o'clock every afternoon and not 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. Anyway, so that's us for today. Short, sharp chat. Huge shout out to all of our partners who make this organisation run and tick. We'll be back next week. We'll be previewing the Steamers' next home game along with the Volcanics and our Northern Region games, and hopefully we might be having some under 18s boys and girls pre-season games coming up. So not very far for that to kick off there. So that'll be us for now. I was going to shoot across the road and watch some hockey, but there's liquid falling from the sky now, so I just have to watch from the comfort of our office. So you take care. Thanks for having us. Kia ora to Marcus. Great to see you running around in your new job. Look after secondary school sport down in the Waited Upper.
Uniform on its way.
Yeah. We'll try and get you some kit, my bro. We'll try and get you some kit. If anybody needs it, like it's like off season for our clubs now, so any of our clubs need some on-field footy gear or netball or whatever you need, hit me up. I'm your man. Take care.
Maranga mai te wi. Hagi te